Hello friends, here on our channel we try to make website development easier for you so that website development is no more frustrating, and I try to explain the CSS HTML in very simple way so that it is very easier for you to understand website development. So today what we are going to do is we are going to make this animated border around the box, and when we move mouse over the box it animates around the box. So this is what we are going to develop today. What you can also do with uh, here for demonstration purpose, we just write HTML, CSS here. You can use image also, and you can give the same effect. So in this window, we are going to make that effect. And here on Visual Code Studio, we are going to code. So in the HTML part, we just given the title for this project. We link the style.css that is here. And we take one container box which allows us to bring the our visible part inside the box. And then we just took a title. Again we took a box container which holds these three boxes. So this will be parent, and we make this box display flex so that these three boxes move side by side. So let's begin. We target the box container. Box container, we make it display flex, gap of 30 pixel, and overflow hidden. Sorry, my dog is barking a lot. Now we take the our box, um, uh, flex. We are not taking flex basis because we don't have much content inside the box. So we have to give some fixed width. But still, we take width like this clamp. And with this, we have ability to give three values for the width. One is the min width, that box should be at least 300 pixel. Another value is idle value. So if min or max is not suitable, then it will take this value. And max means it should not exceed from that value. So we take it as 400 pixel. Okay, we got the width. Now we take the height, 300 pixel. We make it position relative, border radius 20 pixel, and overflow hidden. Okay, so here we got that. Let's give a background to the box. So now we can see the box now. Okay. So now what we do, we make the text in center. For that we flexbox it, align item center, and justify content center, and quickly we give the font size for RAM. Okay. Now what we will do, we will add a gradient box on the box. So for that we will use the pseudo classes, and here we are going to use before. So to make the before work, we have to write content width 100%, height 100%, overflow hidden so that it looks like border radius. And for gradient, we are going to use this css gradient.io site, and here we can generate different gradient, but we are going to use this one right now. Just copy it and paste it here. As you can see, the gradient is appear, but we make it position absolute, so it now covers it. So we don't want it to cover the whole. We will look after that afterward, but right now we got our glowing part, so we need to hide most of it, and we have to show just a few pixel line around the box. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to use now box after, and again pseudo class to work, we need to add content, and we give a background color of black, position absolute, and inset of 5 pixels, so that it the box size is 5 pixels smaller than the our parent box. So we save it. As you can see now that box after is appear on the box and on the box before also. So we just give border radius here also 20 pixel. Okay. So what we have to do now, that our text HTML, CSS and JS hides behind, because the before and after is stacked above the box. So we need to stack the box on top of before and after. For that, we need to add z index 9 here, and we need to bring back these before and after. For that, we give z index -2 to before, because we want before to the far behind, and on that we want to add after. So we give -1. So as you can see, now we can see HTML, CSS and JS. So you can use uh, like this also in your project. Now we will move further and we will develop as we have shown in the example. For that, first of all, we increase the height here to 400 pixel, and now we make this before to transform rotate 45-degree. Okay, so what happened, see here, most of the part is not visible now. So what is happening is, when we see the before, so on here, see the left hand side, that blue part, what is happening is those part that is behind that Okay, let me change this color. Okay, so only those part which are behind, which are not hidden by this gray color, that part only is visible now. Okay, um, since our before item is, see here, is going diagonally, so this part is hidden beside behind this gray part. That is why this part is not visible. So we again changed it to black. So only those part are visible which is outside from our box after. Okay. So now what we will do is, before we have rotated it, but we want this part also visible, that corner area, top right also and then left also. So to achieve that, what we will need to do, as you can see, if we increase the height of the before, so let's increase the height. I put the mouse here. Um, See, it is increasing. So we get the value here, but we can increase more 10%. Okay. So we got the value height is 130%. So let's change here 130%. Okay. Now let's rotate it to 90 degrees so that we can check. Okay, it's fine. 135 degree. Again, if you want to make this border starts from here, then in place of 45 degree, you can write 135 degree also. Then your border will be visible on left side and here. So either you can use, right now we are using 45 degree, then for 45 degree, the border will be visible top right and bottom left. So we got our border on the position. Now we try to animate it. So to animate the before, we will write animation. Animation name here, we can write any name. Since we are moving it in circular manner, we name it as circular. For how much second you want to complete one animation, let's say 5 seconds. For infinite and in linear way. Okay. So to make this animation work, we need to write keyframes. So to write keyframe, this is the way to write. And here on identifier, we need to write this same name here. Then it will understand that whatever we are going to write here, this will be applicable for this box. Okay. So for keyframes, basically we need two values. One is from and that another is to. What it means, from where you want to animate till where you want to animate. Means from to where. Yeah, or we can say from where to till where you want to animate. So from where we already have that border on the position from where we want to animate. So for particularly for this animation, we don't need to write from, because we already know that we want to start the animation from rotate 45 degree. All we need to define till where you need to animate. So we just copy it and we'll paste it, and till 360 degree we want to animate. So as we write, you can see it's now moving from 45 degree to 360 degree. Okay. So what happening is right now, mm, is कि this animation is, it is shaking for that. So right now this animation is happening all the time, but we want this animation to happen when we over on the box. So for that we just need to change this to box hover before, and we write this animation on over. So now you can see, when page loads, the border are on its place, sticky, but as we move our mouse, it starts animation. If you think your animation is slow, then just increase, not increase, less the second value to, let's suppose, 3 seconds. Change it to 1 second, so it is moving faster. 2 second. So in this way you can play around with time, and in this way we can successfully design this animated glowing border. Hope I tried to explain the animation, how animation happens. It's just a trick that we are making one big uh, box around a box, and we hide some part of, not some part, the extra part outside the box with overflow hidden, and on that we make another box, and that box, it's slightly 5 pixel or 10 pixels shorter than the main parent box. In this way we hide uh, the gradient part. So for this we need to make sure that your background color of the parent box and background color of your box after should be same, or in place of box after you can use an image, so that it hides uh, the gradient part and only few parts is shown. In this way we, the gradient looks like border around the box. Hope I tried to explain it in very simple manner. If you understand it, then please like it, subscribe it to my channel. Thank you very much.